Hi, my name is Swapan Seth and you're watching Sethoscope. The city of my dreams, the city I grew up in, and the city that has given me and my family enormous amounts. A day in Calcutta is always a very, very fascinating proposition. For me, breakfast is actually at this place called New Variety Store, which is at the intersection of Minto Park and Sarat Bose Road. It's a hole in the wall. It's got about 2 tables and a standing area for about 5 people, but they serve the most amazing hing kachoris. I invariably make it a point to start my day with either a visit to New Variety Store or to another store which makes some amazing puri alus called Tasty Corner, which is in Baliganj Place. With breakfast out of the way, I generally potter around. Unfortunately, Calcutta doesn't have very many bookstores. The only bookstore worth reckoning is actually the Oxford bookstore on Park Street, which is run by the very, very charming Mr. Motwani. Mr. Motwani and I go back a long way. He knows exactly the kind of books that I like and I don't like. So by the time I walk in, I call him before I walk in, and by the time I walk in, he's set up this absolutely magnificent display of books which are just up my street, and browsing through Oxford is always a delight. And after having spent some time in Oxford bookstore, I then go to my favorite tailor in Calcutta, Burlington's, once again an old establishment run with great panache and elan by 2 generations of Soods, both Hariom and Rathul. And they know their shirts rather well, and they also know their ties and trousers, so it's always a pleasure to pop by as far as Burlington's is concerned and generally check out what the Soods are up to in more recent times. After which the clock really veers towards lunch, and lunch has to be qualities. I think it is a magnificent restaurant run by the guys, and lunch at Calcutta is invariably, you know, chicken bharta with some saag meat and some dal thrown in. The tandoori rotis are absolutely brilliant. With lunch out of the way, I normally head for an art gallery, and the choices in Calcutta are seemingly limited. So there's either SEMA, which showcases a lot of the old work, and then there is this fabulous gallery called Experimenter, which actually showcases some very, very cutting-edge art. And therefore, I spend a couple of hours either at SEMA or at Experimenter just to soak up what's happening as far as art is concerned. And even though Calcutta has in more recent times taken a bit of a back seat as far as art is concerned, both these galleries actually showcase some splendid work. After having been to the art galleries, I normally pop by for my usual quota of puchkas. And the guy to go as far as puchkas is concerned are not the blokes at the lakes, contrary to popular opinion. But there's another guy in Jatindas Road who is fairly unknown. His name is Narendra. I mean, I have him on my cell phone and on my speed dial. And Narendra makes some absolutely delicious puchkas, and always a delight to have them. After that, I normally stroll past my old school, which is St. Xavier's in Wood Street. Always a pleasure to pop by there. Some excellent jhalmuri next to St. Xavier's. By which point in time, it's roughly the evening, and evenings are invariably spent by me with my friend Anurag Hira at the Lighthouse Bar and Saturday Club. It's a great place to bump into old friends and uncles and aunts and stuff like that, and a great way to bond with the city that I've grown up in. I normally stay at the Taj Bengal, arguably one of the most splendid hotels in Calcutta, immaculately run, great concierge service, and the concierge service often arranges my meal, my dinner from this particular place called New Punjab Hotel, which is in Sham Bazaar. Now, Sham Bazaar is about millions of miles away from where I live in Calcutta at the Taj Bengal. So David, the concierge, has worked out a perfect arrangement whereby he arranges to have this kosher mangsho along with the maida rotis delivered to me in my room. I have that, and off I go to sleep. And that to me is a great day spent in Calcutta.